This is Winging It. It's the somewhat whimsical, certainly whirring, decidedly wonky, seldom weighty, endlessly well-intentioned, and wildly witty show about music where one knows what's coming and the other has no fucking idea. Now, this happens in between both proper to ensure that you can spend anywhere from 15 to 180 minutes with us every damn week. So, last time we talked about weird. We're going to continue the weird thing. Why? Because why not? Okay? So this time, and I alluded to what we were going to do this time, and I think this will be interesting. Are you ready to hear some of the craziest tour writers in music history?
Tour writers, yeah, I might have missed the allusion, except for I think I made an allusion myself, actually, earlier.
I think we both made allusions.
We made allusions, yeah.
There it was.
We're kind of...
We're illusionists?
We're routine allusion makers
there
or
we are.
illusionists, yeah.
So, you know, it's interesting what people demand that they have when they're on tour. And I'm going to talk about a few of them. There's some that are real crazy. So Drake is one of them. Drake, his craziest request is Nevia chapstick. So he likes his lips soft and supple. So that is a must for him, Nevia chapstick. But here is his full list of items. Are you ready?
Yeah, so far, well, first of all, of course, it's a shock to my very soul that Drake gets to demand anything, that anybody has any interest in the shit he puts out. But I have to recognize that he is actually a force in the industry, a big one. So, but that part, I can kind of see having your own little quirk about my brand of
That's not
lip
it.
softener or whatever. No, exactly. That wasn't that outlandish, so I'm hoping for something more in this complete list.
4 dozen natural scented incense sticks, Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, pork-free food, Easy Wider rolling papers, and a pack of Dutch Master President cigars, Pinot Grigio, Heineken, bottles of Jack Daniels, Patron Silver Tequila, a bottle of Hennessy, or I don't know how to say that, Grey Goose, Anise Tea outliner, trimmers, and an extra set of speakers.
So booze, basically.
A lot of booze.
A lot of particular booze.
And some smoking implements.
Honestly, when you get product, that sounds like a rap lyric right there. It's just it's an endless succession of product placement mentions. It's like blah 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 Hennessy, blah 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 Grey Goose, blah 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 Rolex, blah blah blah. And so that kind of sounds like a tour writer, basically.
It is.
That's
what it was. That's a tour writer. That's what he has. So back in the day, the band Bush, they could demand quite a bit. One of their craziest requests was no less than 10% of all security personnel should be female.
Really?
Okay. Miniature chocolates.
I wonder what the reasoning behind that was.
Miniature chocolates, check. No idea. A massage
Miniature
with a ton.
chocolates for the females, of course, yeah.
A massage room with a ton of ginseng extract, sure, but female security guards, not for Bush. During one of their jaunts, the Gavin Rossdale-led band requested that ideally no less than 10% of all security personnel should be female. No telling why. The full list of items is Gatorade, soft drinks, skimmed milk, fruitless baskets, Marlboro Lights, hot salsa, and 6 packs of beer. Not too demanding, but
no,
weird.
That's it's particular, but it's not like obnoxiously. It's not, I can throw my weight around because I'm a big rock star or anything like that. It's pretty reasonable, and I think anybody would be happy to accommodate that. And I don't think they need to worry about the security guards. I mean, you hire X number of security guards, and you can pretty much count on at least 10% of them being female. In
that was their
security
thing.
Force.
I don't know why. That was their thing. There was no explanation. Maybe in the actual writer there was, but here's a crazy request from Jay-Z.
Another, marginal talent.
Oh, I like Jay-Z. He's very talented.
Blows Drake away, no question.
A late model Maybach 57 or 62 with tinted windows.
Wait, for a tour?
A car. He wants a car.
A car for the tour.
It's a writer. Yeah, so I guess he wants to be able to drive that around. A full list of items. Are you ready? In addition to the car. And the car's not enough.
And they got to ship that everywhere he goes around the world.
I guess. Yeah. A couple of 6-packs of Sapporo, a bottle of Belvedere vodka, 2 bottles of Patron Silver, 2 bottles of red, Italian wine from Bulgari region, 2 Ace of Spades bottles, and peanut butter and jelly.
So booze, basically.
So booze.
Once again.
A car, booze, and PB&J.
No rolling papers this time. But then again, I mean, I'm sure he's got pre-rolls of the Wazoo.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a lot. I mean, if you want Jay-Z to go on tour, man, you're gonna have to ante up.
I don't want him that badly.
That's some expensive fucking alcohol right there. So it says here, as for the champagne and snacks, he says, I went to one Trump Plaza on their asses. No room service, just snacks and shit. So I guess, it's very, very important for him. I don't know. Well, what about Korn? Korn. Decent band. I like them. I dig Korn. I'm always surprised I like Korn, but I do. Craziest request. Access to a rock-friendly lawyer, medical doctor, dentist, masseuse, and or chiropractor.
So basically to handle your sexual assault charges, paternity suits, and overdoses.
I think so. How did you know?
I'm just thinking,
Holy
what
shit.
comes to mind? Why would they want all those things? Bang, I think I just nailed it.
Damn, you fucking nailed it. Well, here's a full list of items. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Phone lines, 20 meals for lunch and dinner, 72 full-size towels, private clean bathrooms with dimmable lights, ashtrays, and rubbish bins.
What?
72 full-size towels? That's very specific.
72. And full-size towels, what, in place of a bed? I mean, you can sleep on that many towels.
I mean, like, who knew?
I'm not getting that.
I get the private clean bathrooms. I'm not sure about the dimmable lights, but that's another thing. 20 meals for lunch and dinner. I don't know what that means, but anyway, again, not a crazy one. I mean, I'm thinking, well, it's crazy to want a full arsenal of doctors available wherever you go, but okay, if you're willing to pay for it. Trent Reznor. So his craziest request is 2 boxes of cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
2 boxes.
Is he making like a roux backstage or something?
I have questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. But here's a full list of items. Budweiser, Bud Light, very good red wine. Doesn't say what kind, just very good.
So booze. So booze part 3.
But wait, soft drinks, juice, Gatorade, specific lunch and dinner menus. So
Gatorade to rehydrate after all the booze.
Gotta have the cornstarch.
Smart.
I have a feeling it's because of sweating. You put the cornstarch on in place of
that
talcum
could be,
powder, because talcum powder causes
otherwise
cancer.
There would be other ingredients. If it were a culinary thing.
Yeah. So Foo Fighters, their craziest request. That's making me laugh.
They seem really normal.
Various anecdotal requests.
Anecdotal, I know some shit somebody made up, or is this official?
It's so weird. So it says, they have the pickiest and most absurd writer request. Iced down beer, bottles of San Pellegrino water, cooler with ice, small box of Emergency, shower gel, DVDs used or fine, and magazines.
Emergency, I gotta tell, that's really smart. You were into that yourself,
and
so am
I. On tour.
I take it every day of the year.
It's important.
Why not?
I mean,
boost your C, babe.
I agree. Why not? Let's get it done.
Yeah, they seem like really normal, and I think if they did something like that, it would be for fun.
Yeah,
just
honestly.
For kicks. I mean,
anecdotal. They'd probably be like, "Can you?" That looks like that person really likes Coke. Can you bring them another Coke?
I want 15 pairs of shoes with like one black and one white lace.
I don't think they would do that.
Just dumb shit.
That would be really weird. I don't think they would do that.
So we're not going M&Ms on this one?
No.
Okay.
But Metallica might. Let's see what they want. Well, no, Metallica, their craziest request is they want lots of bacon.
Lots of bacon.
I can respect that. So nothing says...
Not booze, bacon.
Not yet. Nothing says one of the most successful crossover metal bands in history like bacon. That's what I say. Here's a full list of items. Hot breakfast for 100 people. That includes a lot of fresh fruit, 2 gallons of every juice you can think of, 9 or so different brands of cereal, assorted sodas and Gatorade flavors, hot coffee that must be kept up, and much more.
Wow. Well, I imagine there's a... some of these bands and artists go out there with these huge entourages.
Right.
And, it's like,
100 people, yeah.
We're going to have some major catering going on here.
Yeah, bring us some fucking food. We're hungry. So, I don't know. I'm feeling like some of these are very down to earth. Gnarls Barkley. So, here we go. Gnarls Barkley. Craziest request. 1 pack of Magnum condoms.
Does that make them crazy?
Maybe.
Does that make them crazy?
The full list of items. At least 2 pairs of white men's athletic socks. Swisher Sweet Blunts, and bottles of Hennessy and Grey Goose. So
you were talking about the socks. I think about like white men's athletic socks. It's like, don't they wear the same color socks as everybody else? The same kinds of athletic socks.
I
as
mean,
everybody
I would
else?
imagine.
Yeah. But
booze.
So booze, basically.
Booze, blunts.
Booze and blunts.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
And of course,
And
condoms.
socks.
Yeah,
and
condoms.
gigantic condoms.
Yeah.
So even if he can't use them, he wants gigantic condoms. So people
Just the
think
rep,
he's going to use them.
Like,
Yeah. So he can be like,
yeah.
oh, you need jumbo. We have to send out for those.
Yeah.
Well, what about your beloved and my just very much maligned Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh, I thought
what
you
about
were, I
him?
thought you were going to say Kiss.
Ozzy
Osbourne.
Osbourne.
Yeah, I have heard a thing or two about Ozzy on various tour issues. What is it? Remind me.
Well, I think maybe he's toned down a little bit since then because this is pretty pedestrian. His craziest request is he wants an ENT, an ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Oh.
Other items.
Those guys, man, they're awesome. It's some the weirdest thing for absolutely totally random nothing. I don't remember the names of people I met like yesterday, but I remember the name of this fucking ear, nose, and throat doctor I went to 25 years ago. I saw him once, only once, and I don't know why I remember that.
That's
Because
really
they're obviously.
weird.
So yeah, I mean, hey, what's stranger, needing a guy to hook you up to a hospital grade, surgical grade anesthetic to go to sleep, or just having a damn throat doctor?
Well, I think they're both weird.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you have an ENT, that's not going to help you sing better, Ozzy, so just stop. So, full list of items. 3 oxygen tanks available at load-in, and the doctor must be able to administer a B12 shot. Also, plenty of fire extinguishers.
Is this like a year ago or something like that? Are we talking about an old guy?
I think I don't know. This is one of many writers.
Yeah,
but,
this seems like we're talking about 70-year-old Ozzy.
well, that's what he asked for at some point in his career.
Yeah.
Career he never should have had. Anyway, Little Wayne.
Oh, there's
craziest
a
request.
Yeah. Great guitar player, Lil Wayne. Let me see. You've probably seen the video, I think. Craziest request from Lil Wayne. Rapper. It's going to be something lame. What is it?
Private jet.
Oh. Well,
Also, police escort, 5-star hotel accommodations, Gatorade, vodka, Red Bull, energy drinks, assorted candy, and potato chips.
That seems pretty normal, actually. I mean, no booze,
I'm not hearing any other motherfuckers asking for. Go ahead.
Not going to get crunk, no booze.
I'm not hearing any other people are looking for private jets.
No, but of course some of them have them anyway. But no, not if they were doing the police escort. Well, all right, that's a little high flown, I suppose, but still, nothing. It's not weird. It's just
not.
It may be excessive, but it's not weird.
Not exactly crazy. Now this one's weird. So MIA, I have to tell you this one because it's crazy. So the craziest request is female extras at every tour stop.
Extras to do what? I mean, like on stage?
I couldn't tell you. It doesn't actually say that.
I assume they would be like on
I'm
stage.
assuming on stage, yeah. So
because you wouldn't want. I mean, you'd rather get locals who would be more than happy to do it than bring them on tour with you.
So yeah. So
very economical, young lady.
MIA wants a lot. 24 500-milliliter bottles of non-carbonated spring water. Must be Evian or Fiji, a container of organic dried blueberries, a container of quality assorted olives, a variety of quality chocolate such as Ferrero Rocher. I don't know how to say it. Ferrero Rocher? I don't know.
Yeah.
1 small bag of sour gummy candy, 1 750-milliliter bottle of Ketel One vodka, a bottle of absinthe, a bottle of Mount Gay rum, and a 6-pack of Heineken.
So, booze. And a lot of things, actually. A lot of very good, healthful stuff. So we got a little balance going on here, and I know very little about this artist except I saw her once, I think with Madonna or something at Super Bowl or whatever. But that's not the most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily know all of these artists intimately, but we can learn a little bit about them through their writer. Speaking of Van Halen and the M&Ms, No Brown M&Ms, that was theirs. That's the craziest ones, but they have more.
That's so that we would be talking about it 45 years later.
They have more, and theirs is a big list. Are you ready?
Oh, there's more.
One breakfast for 8 people at 6 a.m., followed by another at 8:30 for 20 people. If feasible, said breakfast should be hot and cooked, and it will feature 4 cases of soda, 4 gallons of milk, 2 gallons of chocolate milk, 2 dozen English muffins, 2 dozen raisin muffins, 3 loaves of whole wheat bread, 1 dozen hard-boiled eggs, assorted cereals, and more. No beer provided until dinner at 6 p.m., but before that, there's a lunch with a minimum of 44 sandwiches and foods and drinks for 24 people. At dinner, the meat and vegetable options switch on odd and even days, while there are potatoes, breads, and desserts served every day. 2 cases of beer, Heineken and Budweiser, with dinner, and 2 more of those cases given to producer stage manager at 7 p.m. There are more food and booze requirements for the band outside of their meals, along with the request of 1 large tube of KY jelly.
Oh, I see. One large, okay. That's oh yeah.
Why do you want to share that?
You don't want to go go pick that up locally or something?
Yeah, I mean, I might
as well have them do it for you. You imagine being able to generate enough money to support an operation like that? I mean,
well, that's why. How much time did it take to come up with that specific of a list?
Yeah. Well, again, so we're talking about it years later and everything, but those at least aren't the eccentric ones, so that's not what you remember, like the M&Ms.
That's really weird.
But that's a lot, but then again, big entourage. That's imagine trying to run something like that. Holy shit!
Yeah, very, very weird.
I wonder what kind of if Ascent were to do riders, what they would have in theirs.
I think I would just say lots of water. I would want emergency, but
emergency,
honestly, I would
absolutely.
probably bring this stuff myself. But I would probably want hot tea.
Somebody to walk Penelope.
I would want hot tea. I would want, if I could have anything, a masseuse would be amazing to get me limber and ready, but I guess that's probably it.
Me, it'd be tuna fish and shit like that, chicken and rice, and some Mozart and some classical CDs.
I just probably bring this stuff myself. I don't know why I would want anything.
I can't imagine what I would want because
I would just bring it myself.
I'll eat the same shit every day and I'll be so happy with it. So,
but why wouldn't I just bring this shit myself?
Exactly.
I don't understand. Anyway. Let's see what Cher wants. Well, the number one thing I bet that she wants is a fucking wig room. Of course she does. Because I don't know what her hair looks like, actually. But she has a personal room that carries all of her wigs. And if that's not outrageous enough, how about a fresh cut Casablanca lilies and a 12 black solo cups and 12 black solo cups to keep the goddess of pop from throwing a hissy fit. So she wants that, and she wants M&Ms, and she wants beverages from soda out to alcohol and pizza.
Pizza, okay, well, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty chill.
That's all pretty normal, except for the 12 solo cups.
12 black solo cups.
Black solo cups.
Can't have the red ones.
No.
Yeah, so it's a little. I don't know.
That would just throw the mojo the groove completely off. Yeah.
The wig room.
The wig thing. Yeah, I imagine if though she usually plays in in one place for a long time, Vegas or something,
like a residency.
But on tour, it'd be like a box truck right there, just for the wigs,
right?
Just for the wigs and the costumes.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm surprised it didn't say something like plastic surgeon.
Yeah, mid show.
Absolutely, plastic surgeon on private jet with fully functional operating room.
Have the local extras, the local dancers on stage, and have the band vamp for a little while and get some plastic surgery mid show. Yeah.
She'd do it. She looks amazing. She looks like she did many, many years ago, but it's freakish at this point. It's like, whoa. Holy crap, she's 80 or something, and she looks like she's 50.
Yeah, it's like a Madonna thing, only she's younger.
Yeah, Madonna looks, it's very weird. It's a weird moment. So Motley Crue, now remember all of these writers are very old. Not all of them are recent. Some of them are old, like maybe this Motley Crue one. The craziest request was a submachine gun.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm expecting just based on that this Motley Crue list is going to be so puerile. We're going to be talking about the Motley Crue of the 80s, not the one that's currently on the stadium tour. Yeah.
It doesn't say, but I don't know. So
yeah, I'm guessing.
So a submachine gun. They want Alcoholics Anonymous meeting locations. A jar of creamy peanut butter, a 12-foot-long boa constrictor, and a jar of Grey Poupon.
Okay, so we're talking like Dr. Feelgood, now we're sober.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's the period I think we're zooming in. If we have AA local meetings and supports, that's what we're talking about here. Younger, but just barely Straight and Sober, Clean and Sober, Motley Crue. They're currently on tour with, what did I say it was? Big tour. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and something big.
It's a very weird mix.
It's a very weird mix, yeah.
But, whatever. They just said, let's throw some people out there and see if it sticks, and maybe it will. So, full list of items. 200-person entourage. So, are you wanting us to come up with an entourage for you? I'm a little confused there, Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna trust people that we find just for the occasion with your the affairs of your business and your tour? I don't think so.
Very weird. This is very weird. Her backstage room must look exactly like her own home. That means she ships around her furniture. Special flower-scented fabric, actual flowers, personal chef who prepares only vegan foods, and her own dry cleaning service. That's pretty tall order.
Yeah, that's some diva stuff there. Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
Bring all my furnishing so it looks like I'm always home. Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I mean, psychologically.
I mean, I can see where you'd want it.
But wow.
But to actually go through with it,
That's really weird. But, okay. Marilyn Manson, are you ready?
Oh, okay.
A bald-headed, toothless hooker. That's the craziest request.
Oh, really? You figure there's going to be a lawyer and a doctor on that one, too. But, bald-headed, toothless hooker.
I mean, I'm sure
you might as well find one and
one in every city.
Keep them on retainer because, it's a tall order to find one in every. That's asking the tour manager a lot.
I mean, there's one in every city, but can you find that one?
It's the tour manager's headache.
I think so. Well, here's a full list. Haribo gummy bears, mini chocolates, Doritos, cereal, 2% milk, fine cheeses, champagne, Cristal, or Moet. Is it Moet?
Moet, yeah.
I don't know how to say it. 2 bottles of absinthe and air conditioning. So other than the hooker, the rest of it makes sense.
Yeah, especially the air conditioning,
Yeah, I mean
it seemed like it wouldn't even cross their minds to have performers stay in a place without air conditioning.
Thank you.
Assuming that it was necessary.
Well, maybe it's the East Coast where they're like, hey, you don't really need it. Or maybe it's the West Coast where they're like, hey, you're by the ocean. But I'm like, that shit gets humid, bitches.
Ocean or not, I mean,
Can't. Too bad.
So it's cooler on the coast, but believe me, it still gets a little too warm.
Yeah, says the New York boy. I don't know. See? So.
Well, you're the Orange County person, so.
Oh, whatever. Iggy Pop, are you ready for this one?
No, the Ig is touring now in France. Go ahead. What's he got?
All right. The craziest request, a Bob Hope impersonator.
A Bob Hope impersonator?
Well, you can't have Bob Hope. He's been dead a long time.
No, I know, but I'm saying how many are there that
I don't know.
I mean, it seems like you might as well, again, this is like the bald-headed toothless hooker. You might as well just fly one around.
I mean, I don't know. If you can find one in every city, maybe there is one. I don't know. I mean, like if you throw a quarter, you're going to find a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Or an Elvis impersonator.
So, yeah, you're going to...
Bob Hope?
Right, but I don't know. Full list of items. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the entire list. Entire pages dedicated to the live mixes, someone who can speak English, location of speakers and amplifiers, colorful anecdotes about all of the amplifiers, including a rant about Santiago de Compostela. Also, 2 dedicated and intensely loyal security men, strong tea and coffee, assorted food, 2 enormous pizzas, bread, baguettes, namely, some fruit and chocolate, yum yum, and 12 bottles of nice beer, dinner for 10 people, as well as Iggy and 2 others, a deck of playing cards, and more. Iggy's room was to also be designed by someone loose with a little bit of flair.
All right, yeah. Decorated a room that you're going to be just staying in like for a day or two or something. Very strange. I'm still tripping over the part where it was someone who speaks English. And it's just like, okay, Iggy Pop is an English-speaking artist. I don't know if he knows any other languages, but apparently not, based on this request. But it's like, what are the odds? How is it possible that somebody who only speaks English would end up coordinating a tour with somebody who does not, I mean,
yeah, very strange.
It's like, hi, we're here to help you. We just don't speak your language.
I love the including a rant about Santiago de Compostela.
I mean, who could possibly perform without that?
I know I couldn't. So, I mean, that's a tall order.
It's like Spinal Tap, the scene where there are the olives and some of them don't have centers.
Oh
and it's like
God.
It's like a complete catastrophe.
It's very weird.
I don't want this to affect your performance.
Well, I mean, you thought that was crazy, but Mariah Carey has the craziest.
Oh!
Are you ready?
The diva herself. What?
Craziest request, 20 white kittens and 100 doves.
What are the 100 Dubs supposed to do exactly?
I don't know.
Are they supposed to be released, I suppose, when she wakes up in the morning, That's the goofiest shit I ever heard.
Well, here's more.
The kittens part is, too, actually.
That is really weird. Well, she also would like a Rolls Royce, a pink carpet, a pink podium, confetti shaped as butterflies, 80 security guards, and a 15-person entourage.
80 security guards. I don't think there's any head of state that has anywhere near that many.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, people, I guess, were clamoring to get near her, but 80 men's worth? I don't know about that.
Well, of course,
seems like a lot.
Of course, 10% of them would probably be female, according to...
at least 10%.
Yeah, at least 10%.
I mean... Bush isn't it Bush? I think that wanted the 10%. I can't remember.
It was Bush. Yeah, I was trying to remember too. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
So, again, we went from weird things to weird writers, and some of those writers are obviously to fuck with the people and to see if people were reading it. Like the Van Halen asking for only brown M&Ms was to make sure somebody was reading their writer. Which, I guess if you're a new band...
you'd have been bounced off the tour because I believe the writer was no brown M&Ms.
I meant no brown M&Ms. No brown. Yeah. The brown ones were shipped off to some lowly peasant somewhere because you
hopefully
don't
there's a band out there that insists on only having brown M&Ms.
Right, then you could ship those to them. I totally would have been fired. Totally. But I mean, I think some of it was just to fuck with people, but I think some of it was real. I mean, a private jet, sure, that would help, but only one person asked for it, and they weren't the most greedy person, but who knows? Anyway, very interesting. Most of it was around alcohol, food, and security. That's what most of it was around.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand the security part, except for some seemed a little excessive,
The 80? Yeah, maybe.
80? Yeah, but I mean... The alcohol, of course, not an alcohol person anyway, but I mean, still, that's a lot,
It's a lot of alcohol.
That's a lot, especially when you're conducting a tour and you want it to be. I mean, this is not party time, leisure time. This is
after the show.
Yeah,
I'm hoping anyway.
I guess it's hard to imagine, but they did it somehow through the aid of special chemicals and things like that to party and drink all night and then go do a show the next day. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
I don't even know how you do that. I mean. I have trouble doing a show straight sometimes, so very weird. But anyway, I hope you both. Let me try that again.
Yeah. I both of our listeners,
Fuck. I hope you all enjoyed both of the shows. One, a foray into the weird, and then another foray into the weird requests. So we've kind of kept things weird, and why not? So 2 weird winging it's. What will we do next? Who knows?
I might just throw Christina a bone and actually do a show.
That would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it?
Because after all, we have a tour coming up, don't we? And
yes.
You better be thinking about what's on your rider.
My rider is whatever I put in the fucking car because no one's doing shit for us.
But just to flash back a couple of shows in the past, you weren't kidding. You actually got paid for music, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't pay them. Somebody paid you.
We actually got paid. It's very weird. When you go on tour,
they
pay
think
you.
That happened anymore.
Not here, unfortunately.
I thought that was for Lil Wayne and everything.
It is for Lil Wayne and Drake, namely, and maybe Jay-Z sometimes, but not.
You
so
can't
much
imagine
Rush.
the dagger in my heart it is to think that Drake not only gets the tour and ask for all that shit, but super talent like Ascent. Drives themselves and cooks their own food or whatever the fuck they're doing. They ain't asking for booze for no entourage and sandwiches and
No. Yeah, it happens, but someday we're still knocking
someday
on
they're
everything.
Contributing to the artistic integrity and beauty of humans' lives instead of poisoning their minds like Drake is. So they have that going for them.
Well, we have something going for us, and we appreciate that. So, yes, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, we will likely be seeing you. Probably by the time this airs, we will be close to going on tour. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest, we'll see you. But if not, then we'll see you in L.A., and if not, then maybe watch for some online shows. Who knows? Or go to Ascent.rocks.
Nice.
So, now that we've talked all about weird and weirder, I guess that only leaves for you to say,
let's fly this coop.
This has been Birds of a Feather on What the Flock Radio.